Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Castlevania Lord of Shadows Mirror of Fate. And we were right. It proved to get all the collectibles because we were near the end of Act 1. And now we're in Act 2 where we're playing as Alucard, which means we might be on the other side of the mirror. It doesn't seem like right now we have the ability to go through the mirror. So we might just be on a reflected version of the castle, and we're gonna probably see different enemies and definitely find different collectibles, and we need to just kind of in a general way, I want to just rush through everything to the end because we were at the end, and this feels like we've just been thrown back to the beginning. Unless Alucard just plays a lot faster and plays a lot better. Which, even if he does play a lot faster and a lot better, I'm not sure if that's enough to impress me. It's still taking 3 hits to get him up to where we would want him to be. Let's collect this. More of these scrolls. For backstory. Large bell located atop the clock tower was once used both to indicate the time and send warnings to the inhabitants of the castle of an imminent attack. I pray that the day comes in which its song is heard again as a sign of victory of light over darkness. A lot of this feels like it is just straight up references to other better Castlevania games. There are 2 collectibles in the belfry, and I'm just trying to collect them all. And now we're getting a lot of experience, which is not something I particularly expected. Yeah, it seems like you are kind of locked into not going very far away from a level 9 until you get to this point. Interesting. Here's another collectible I almost missed. The gargoyles leapt from the columns and landed by my side with a look of curiosity. I began to get rid of my belongings in the hope of distracting them. First they chewed with pleasure on my sword, then my boots, my helmet, and finally a dagger. But what fascinated them was the taste of my magic medallion, which is now lost to me. Alright, so that was both collectibles. And this was a gargoyle character. We don't have our shield right now. So I am gonna have to get good here. I don't have any secondary attack. I don't have any shield. And I'm about to die. So I need to be careful. And we haven't seen a health font anywhere. Fountain, whatever you want to call it. And he has a slightly different evil version of the whip that you can swing with. Not that it changes anything. Oh, he has a dash move. Which is nice instead of a roll move. I don't know if it is going to get used very often. Alright. Could use some wall chicken. So there's a chain you can swing over here. And then climb down this way. And then crawl down this way. And jump, and I guess that's what I needed to do. Oh man, I needed to lower myself though first. We still have pretty wonky controls for the climbing element. Really have to wonder about what the experience would have been if we just played the entirety of the game as the first character and then could play as Alucard as a new game plus mode. I suppose it's an admission that there's just not enough content to justify doing that. Trying to go downward and it's not wanting to cooperate with me. Alright, so jump. Now I want to just hang down, lower myself, and then press A to get a better swing. And then jump here. And then we're out to the next section. Yeah, that's a small area. This is the Tower Link. In our first boss fight battle, apparently. We've been through 2 areas and that's it. But I don't know how we get the shield abilities and all of that. Either we
Look at what you become. You don't remember me, do you?
I think this is the monster that we fought at the beginning, and I might as well just die because I have like no health anyways.
I have been waiting for this moment for a very long time.
Interesting. Feels like I was supposed to lose that. Okay. Alucard doesn't need to breathe. Don't worry about oxygen supply when you're underwater. The objective has been updated. So we are in... Why does it save every time I come out of the menu? That's an interesting question too. Is it like counting the number of times I pause the game? So we've unlocked the Succubus Beastery. So this was the area that was flooded by Simon. And I guess what I'm trying to do is see how many collectibles are in this area. Probably is one higher up, if I were to guess. Nope. In the last 3 decades, a new shadow has spread, darkening our land. A high tower higher than the Carmellas, proclaiming the supremacy of the current Dark Lord. But their soldiers will not rest until this abomination is destroyed along with its current master. Okay. Good to know. Doesn't seem like that matters much though. The game might as well be rewarding me for completely unlocking all of the map and giving me small bits of experience. That would be one way, I suppose, to artificially lengthen just how incredibly short this game is as far as area design. Yeah. I always forget the name of that game made by a company called Chair. That's a Metroidvania game. But it had a map where you basically had to visit every single square. And that was certainly a way to motivate you and keep you looking for things. Now, let's come over here and look at the succubus. We'll not fight this character. An interesting point, I suppose, to mention here is that while you can look at the succubus, you can't really look at the humans that were with her, the other women who were victims of her. And we're not going to fight this creature, so we're just getting bestiary information for no reason. If he is a vampire, it seems strange that he can't drink the blood of at least something to gain his health back. But maybe there won't be any humans around. So, bats appear. You have attained the bat projectile. Press B to use them against an enemy. Press and hold B to charge them, then release for a more devastating attack. And it feels like we probably are going to upgrade our projectile ammunition to 20. I was thinking the bats would be a shield, because that would make more sense. Alright. So, I can jump up and throw them, but I don't think I can hold them and charge them. Yes, I can. But we've got some new harpies, and they're gonna scream, and that's gonna require button presses. We're almost to level 11. Right, where are we now? There's 7 collectibles in the abandoned mine. I don't want to miss any of them if we can avoid that. Jump and then lift up. And is there anything to jump up to over here? Yes. Store cannot be opened with your current abilities. Come back later. Thanks, game. So we're going to do the Nintendo DS thing and place some markers. I honestly thought this would just be a scenario where everything is open by default for the second act. Let's see. Scattered throughout the castle, I've noticed some strange doors adorned with the shape of a beast. Based on my research, there seems to have been installed to limit access for weaker creatures to certain parts of the castle. I wish I had the strength to break them and discover the secrets hidden on the other side. So we collected that, and it still wasn't enough experience. Well, do I think I'm going to fall to my death? Probably. I don't think the game is going to be so extremely generous that if I fell, I would just fall into a lower area. Interesting. This elevator is taking me down, isn't it? Alright, well. we have yet to run into any water enemies. I don't think we could really fire. Water began to rush into the cave before I could take care of the heavy armor I was wearing. I held my breath and swam for all my might to the surface, pulling off as many pieces of metal that protected me as fast as I could, master. But alas, the faces of my wife and children haunt me as the darkness surrounds me. It's too late. So we've now leveled up. And I have to kind of question if we're going to do a lot of the swimming stuff. We've unlocked the mermaid tadpole bestiary. No, I guess you would have probably fallen to your death still. There must be some spikes or something between that section and the other section. Alright. So we now have this. And we're going to get at least one other of those things. And then I guess we're going to have 2 passive abilities and 2 active abilities. In the air, hold X for a power attack that's really strong. And these mermaid tadpoles. Oh, that's a spoiler. We don't even have to deal with the mermaid tadpoles. So it feels like half of the bestiary is pointless. Because it's not something you're actually ever going to deal with on your first playthrough. So he did just drink the blood of that mermaid. What does that do for him, though? I think I just went the wrong direction, actually. Am I really... No, it wants me to go up. So there must have been something more to the right over here than what I saw. Just jump down. That didn't do me any damage. So in this area, I kind of assume I am going to fall to my death if I go any lower. So how do I get to that elevator? Oh, I guess you don't fall to your death. That certainly didn't feel like that was the case. Alright, will the other one stay stun locked? Yes, so we can do the same animation twice. Did that actually increase any of my attack or health? No. These seem to be improved versions of the mermaids, which that was my suspicion that we would run into, is a significantly increased amount of enemies in this Act 2. And that does open up a question certainly about, like, hey, maybe I don't recommend playing this on normal, and you might have been better playing this on easy. I hope I collected everything and didn't miss something. Let's just go back down just to be certain. So the bats will almost kill that guy, but destroying 2 barrels was not worth it. really can't afford to take damage like this. Alright, so I'm gonna just try to tap the A button as fast as possible and see what it does. Nope, it doesn't work. I'm just really gonna have to become a master of I guess particularly I want to knock these guys up so that I can punish them in the air and they can't do their attacks on me. So I need to get really good at A and then Y. A, then Y. And the defenses are not 100% perfect. Alright, now. Can I tap A? Or is this just going to bring another wave of people? There you go. Oh yeah, that reminds me, this game does have controller vibration support. Not that that really ever matters. I like that controllers do have vibrations in them, but it is become a very mundane thing, I suppose is the best way to describe it. It's not something that was ever super exciting. Hey, wait a minute, game. You told me I wasn't ever gonna fight those kind of people. I guess maybe their definition of fight means I'm never gonna be able to defeat those the mermaid tadpoles. When we arrived upon the shore, it became necessary to build a small raft to reach the other side. We used our armor as improvised oars until the water monsters snatched them away from us. We had but one option left: get rid of our weapons and try to swim to shore in the hope that some would survive. So we're at 11 of 18. I think it's important to keep a very tight eye on our experience level, because that feels like that's going to like quickly become max level. There's a question mark, but I don't see anything. So there's probably some kind of swing item. If I was to guess, yeah. There's probably a way to swing through the top part of this. I wonder how many squares you have to walk away before the health font refills. Doesn't seem like it's a lot. We've got now new kinds of dangers in these platforming sections. Let's see what this does. Basically topless harpies. Alright. So now we have our harpy leader beastry. Wasn't quite a swing trick, it was just a fall down trick. You're still doing a lot of damage. Everything seems like it does way too much damage. And it feels like the numbers are just built to be really big. This is all new level. Yeah. So far at least. This is all new level. I think we'll probably start to see some redundant levels at some point. How many collectibles are in this area too? There's still 2 to collect, and we know of 1. That took half my health. Yeah, you pretty much just have to hit A and hold down X. Alright. Is that gone forever? Flame? Apparently so. So that was just a temporary wall. Feels like there might be a platform up there, but you're supposed to climb and land on that. Maybe, but if there is, there's some new double jumper ability I need to unlock. Crawling through the sewers. We've connected to another area. Let's see where this takes us. That didn't feel like there was any need whatsoever for me to have done that. My superiors demand I search the rusty pipes to look for a corpse of a missing comrade. Apparently, he was the bearer of an important message. Sadly, I've found is a scroll consumed by mold. So there's a bestiary collectible. Have to be rather careful in this. I would really like to unlock that shield ability, and I'm not sure I'm ever actually going to get a shield ability at all. It wouldn't surprise me if Alucard is a more offensive style fighter and he doesn't have any shield active abilities, which that's going to be really hard. So the Harpy Leader will do double the damage from regular attacks, or star damage, which I still am not sure what the difference is there. So we're getting all these collectibles, and they're giving us what feels like very inconsistent amounts of star. I guess star damage does that, and that works actually very well for me. So I should probably use that quite a bit. But yeah, it definitely feels inconsistent as far as how much experience you get, or what one of those portals. Now, can I hold this and do this? And No, so I would have had to had to try something different. There. That will work. Yeah, they don't give you enough enemies that's really a problem. What's all this shining light mean? Is that something we'll be able to jump up at some point in the future? Maybe? Or maybe it indicates a one-way transition? Seems like if I fall down there, I'm not coming back up. So, unless there's some water flooding that we're gonna do. Yeah. It still looks like new area. What? There's something in here? Apparently. Alright, well, let's just end this recording here. I kind of wish I could see the previous map compared to the current one. One thing we are somewhat accomplishing here is at least the first 3 areas we got all the collectibles to start with, and it feels like, let's see, there's maybe 9 areas in total in the first act. So if that's going to be the similar amount to this, that seems about right. We might have a much quicker experience, although until we can get the active ability to unlock the doors that are blocked, we can't really get 100% collectibles. And I think we're kind of pot committed at this point, where we would want to get all of the collectibles. And we're unlocking these combos. It doesn't feel like the combos are particularly easy to pull off and do more damage, in the sense that they are upgrades to the previous combos. So I may not be doing a lot of these. I know I saw one that did had a lot of power in it, like this one. In the air, hold X. Actually, that's extremely easy to do. So I should just be in the air, holding X at all time. And I'm not sure any of these other will even be more powerful than that. Meanwhile, we have an update on several of these creatures, so we know what our bats will do to them, which is, I guess, nice to know once we run into those. How many do we have left? That is still quite a lot of enemies, so there might be a third act in this. I don't know how you'd get to that, because then I would almost assume Alucard is going to stop getting experience at level 14 or so, and then level 18 and higher comes from whoever the third character you would play as. Why not make this a co-op game, though? Really? If it's going to be a DS game, it's going to be portable, why not put co-op in it and promote that idea? And then have like an AI character with you at all times if you're playing single player. Yeah. Then the Mirror of Fate idea might make more sense, and then you could do mirror puzzles where one person moves to the left and the other person automatically moves to the right to mirror the actions on the screen. Well, we've been going 35 minutes. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.